for your contribution. The Honorable Senator Olekina from Narok.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me begin by thanking this House for being magnanimous enough and remembering the people of Asal counties. Mr. Speaker, I'd also like to appreciate Senator, former Governor Roba, for really seeking this House to adjourn to discuss a matter which, unless we develop clear policies on how to deal with the drought, you will find that most of our population will be decimated. Mr. Speaker, if you visit Kajiado County today, if you visit Samburu County today, if you visit part of Narok County today, those counties are littered with carcasses of dead animals. Those counties are littered with carcasses of domestic animals. Mr. Speaker, 2 days ago, I went to Kajiado to attend a function, and then I happened to go and visit my land. I found myself praying to God, asking God to remember us, because there are things that we cannot control. There are things that we can control. And I'm happy that, because I'm one of those people who give credit to where credit is due. I'm happy to hear the President talking about issues to do with the environment. I want to request him to go further and set a day in every week for us to regrow our forest. Today, the courts in Narok made a very good thing when it comes to the issue of Mao Forest. Mr. Speaker, before we move people out of Mao Forest, if you went to the Masai Mara Game Reserve, you would cry. That is our biggest source of revenue. We generate anywhere between 3 to 5 billion shillings every year. But before we saved Mao Forest, you would go to Mara River and you'll find hippopotamus crying. And that is what we depend on. Now, it is no longer hippopotamus. It is human beings. It is us. Mr. Speaker, this is something very, very sensitive. It is very emotive. And I hope that we can develop policies that can be able to support county governments when it comes to, I think we're given 5 minutes, and I believe I've not spoken for 5 minutes. Mr. Speaker, you know, the problems that we have in this country are all man-made problems. We have destroyed our forests. We need to start by taking the environment seriously. Number two, we have heard that there's a lot of water in Turkana. And today, Mr. Speaker, if you go to Turkana, you'll also cry because people are dying there. I remember during the campaigns, we'd go and we'll talk to people, and we'll all turn around.